Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Johnny Starr, welcome to the Hustle and Muscle podcast.
My pleasure, bro. He said to me, hey, you should come on. So, should we tell him what happened? We shot together for a shoot.
Yep.
And then I came to edit some photos with him. So, what's the time now? It's 8:19 at night.
Far
so, we're
out.
still working. Hustle hard.
I know.
And then you said, oh, you should come back one time and do a podcast. So I'm like, let's just do it now.
Let's just do it now, man, because you can't promise anything, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's really good that you've learned through experience to, rather than give people a word that's like that they want to hear, which is like, yeah, man, I'd love to do it. But then later on down the track, you realize,
Overcommit.
I would
overcommit, yeah.
Ever heard of the phrase, under promise, over deliver?
That's my motto now for life. Yeah, under promise, over deliver.
That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because your word, nothing is, sometimes all you have is your word, and I think integrity is a massive thing. I've learned that.
Yeah, I think sometimes, Sean, you get excited in the moment and you say something to please someone or make them feel good, and then later on you're like, why did I say that? I tend to do that in the past, and I just work so hard to get things done, and then only in the past 12 months I said to myself, learn to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, learn to say no. Just focus on what you don't have to please everyone.
It brings more power to your yeses as well. So when you do say yes, people go, wow, it didn't take much, or it did take a lot, and his yes, he must have time, or he's actually giving me valuable time. That's it, man. So,
so these are the questions.
Give me this one back.
we decided to do this podcast 8 minutes ago.
Yeah, 8 minutes ago. So
no
very last minute. Nothing's planned.
That's fine. I'm used to it.
It's the story of your life, and just would love to extract some knowledge gems out of you and just hear how your brain ticks. So what was life like growing up? Just a bit of a nutshell. Don't go and give me the whole thing, but up until this point.
The cliff notes are great family, very religious family. Grew up going to church my whole life. Played drums and guitar in the church band. Started getting to the gym, got into bodybuilding, went to uni. Nothing special.
Stuff.
Just a normal kid, Went to uni, RMIT, computer science.
Yep, cool.
Worked at Macca's.
Wow, that was your first job?
I think it was my first job, Macca's, yeah.
Yeah.
Doing Macca's, pizza delivery, like dropping pamphlets for a couple bucks an hour. But then, in a nutshell, I got into real estate because I was in drive-through doing night shift, and I saw a guy in a nice car.
Yep.
I said, what do you do for work? He goes, real estate. I said, I think I'll be a good real estate agent. And he gave me his card. I chased him up. I got a job.
Perfect.
So I dropped out of uni, got into real estate at the age of 18.
Yep.
And I'm still in real estate now at 35.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's like, I wanted to know, the reason why I asked that question is to see if that hustle mentality or that grind and that work ethic was there from an early age. Sounds like it was. Were you always this driven?
Yeah, so that's I'm only driven for things that I like. Otherwise, I just won't do it. Yeah. So I was very average in school, unless it was like something I was into, like art, electronics, PE. I was pretty good at English, and maths was not that good. But anything to do with bodybuilding or like the branding or real estate, I dive deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of guys are like that, though.
So you told me just before when you started Never Home, the brand Never Home, 11 years ago. So
coming on 11 years. I think I officially launched it in 2024, and the idea probably started in 2023, but with ASEC 2024.
Yeah, perfect. So on paper, 2024.
Yeah.
That's great, man. So a lot of people in their 20s, give them your little nutshell advice, but people in their 20s are always trying to figure out what they're good at, what they should pursue, career. Like they get thrown in sometimes at a young age in their teens, chase this degree at uni, and then realize it's probably not them. Maybe by the age of 25, and then they have to restart. Man, what's your biggest advice?
I was in the same boat. I was doing computer science, and I was saying to myself, what I'm going to do in my life, I'm a flop. I just go to the gym. I didn't really like my, classes and shoots and lectures at uni. I was wagging uni, going bowling and playing pool in Daytona. I just got really good at Daytona.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm going nowhere. I need a change. And I used to see real estate agents. I'm like, it looks good, nice suit, talk to people. Seems like a good job. Looks like they make money.
Yeah.
And then
you saw yourself in that role.
And then Dad said, you might make a good agent. You get along with people. I was always very talkative. So that planted a seed. And then, it's a law of attraction. It's like if you put it out there and ask. Remember I said to you, keep asking things? You saw me in the gym. You should have just asked me. I would have done work with you.
Yeah.
And I just keep asking. So I'm not afraid to ask. I don't know why. I've got no fear of asking anyone anything.
Because what's the worst that can happen?
I can just say no, but people get on with their lives anyway. Like they'll watch the next podcast, forget about it, take some snippets. Like they don't really care. So I guess, just learning to ask and putting yourself out there. So yeah, I didn't know what I was doing. Got into real estate and then kind of enjoyed it, and just worked my way up over the years. So it was a long journey, man. Real estate was a lot of hard work, a lot of door knocking, and I'm still
big journey for real estate, big journey for the Never Home brand, parallel to each other for the last decade at least.
God's gifted me because if I didn't get into real estate, I wouldn't have started Never Home. And where Never Home's going now, it's been only going good because of what I've learned in real estate. So
hand in hand,
they'll go hand in hand. Yeah. I think
that's so good, man. You got to, and life experience just plays into it. You know, working and grinding and doing it, like doing the reps.
Doing the reps of life.
A lot of people just think they're going to be perfect at whatever they try the first time.
Yeah, you can suck at things. It's all right. I still suck at most things, but the more you do it, the better you get. Like you're so good at your videography and your editing.
But we weren't all there at the very...
You're teaching me like how to clear up my hard drive, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know how to do that. I came here to...
So you did it yourself. You just kind of like...
I worked my way through it.
Exactly.
But everything takes reps. So I think it takes about 10,000 hours to become an expert at something.
Exactly, man. And I think people in these days, they don't have the tenacity to persevere past the hard points.
But I'll tell you what, it's probably easier for us because I'm older now. I think it's harder for the younger kids now because the distractions are limitless with their phones.
Yeah.
See, when I grew up and I started in real estate, there wasn't really the smartphones that there is now. We just had like normal slow internet.
Yeah. The green and black phones like that you could play Snake on, and that's all. Like I was saying to someone yesterday, I think social media, I wouldn't say it's maybe more wholesome, but I liked social media back in the point where you had to go home, log into your computer, maybe use your dial-up or broadband, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And you only made a post maybe once a day, maybe once a couple of days, just on your MySpace or Bebo or whatever it was.
And then Facebook. MSN Messenger and stuff.
But it wasn't like obsessive like it is now.
Now it's hard for kids, but at the same time in saying that, you can smash it with social media and make a really good income.
It's never been...
business.
Hormozy said I think on a podcast last week, he said it's never been easier to start a business, to get in shape, to do all this stuff, right? We've got all the tools. Everything's so convenient, but it's also been never easier to do nothing.
Yeah, that's true.
Very
true. Get distracted. It's tough. It's a tough world we live in now.
It's crazy.
If you have discipline, then you're pretty much fine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what's one of the biggest challenges you reckon you've overcome in the last 10 years?
The biggest challenges for me was...
either personally or with the brand?
It's literally just learning to say no.
That's a big one.
That's probably the biggest challenge, yeah. Just literally putting myself first.
What did it take to get to that point? You said a lot of yeses and fell short, or?
Yeah, like I do too many things. I was very talented at a lot of things and try and do too much, and now I'm just hyper-focusing and so much more gets done. And just focusing on the dollar productive things and just, like, you know, what we said before, just not answering my phone when just really focusing on what needs to be done. I've honed in more, especially the last 5 years. Put myself first, get in shape, do my meal prep, get to work, get through what needs to be done, work towards those bigger goals. And then I had to get away from like certain friendship groups.
Yeah.
That was the best thing for me. So if you got friends you might have friends, and I say this on many podcasts, you know they're shit cunts. Excuse my language. They're just shit.
Well, I was thinking about this in another sense. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. No, finish.
Oh, it's like if you're in a pool, like think of it like a metaphorical pool of people that are, you know, average, you know, working the normal 9 to 5 retail or whatever, and they don't have any aspirations or strive for anything else. And you might be a little bit better. You might be the better, I guess, bringing in more money or the more hustling person, but you're still in that little pool of people. You feel like you're a king.
It's like going. It's like going from local bodybuilding shows to IFBB Pro and then the Olympia.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's levels.
You got to stretch yourself into a new level.
You want to become a pro, and then you want to get to the Olympus stage. Take it back to bodybuilding. You need to strive to those next groups and go and say bye to those amateurs.
There's a lot of people that stay in our life for a reason or a season or a whole lifetime. But sometimes I think it's just it's valuable to know that these people serve a purpose in our life for a time. And then maybe...
You know, Sean, this morning I woke up and I'm like, I'm going to make some big changes in my life.
Yeah.
And so I just had an epiphany. I'm like, all right, I'm going to really, really get good.
I feel like you have like I'm going to make big changes in my life every day. You know, it's always the underlying.
Lately, I've honestly could have been better with what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just I know I could have worked smarter, but I made a list, and the list was literally who I can see and who I cannot see in person.
Ooh.
And there were some friends there.
Like logistically, or you shouldn't?
Like, no, I will not see those people. I can talk to them or work with them, but I can't see them. And I made a list. I didn't want to show it. There was 4 or 5 people I said I won't see them anymore.
Yeah.
And there was 5 people that I could see, and 2 of them was my girlfriend and my coach, Scott.
Of course, yeah.
So I think make a list of like the 10 people you hang around the most. Some of those people you shouldn't be hanging around. And at the same time, you might be that person that's bringing that other person down. I've been that person before, or I've been a bad influence. Let's get on it. Let's have a drink, like whatever it is, or let's fuck around. I've been that guy too, because you get around people and you be like, you become an 18-year-old again. Hey, like,
yeah. Everyone
knows what I mean.
Let's go muck up. Let's
muck around. Yeah. And there's a time and a place for it. But if you do too much of that, you lose days.
Distracts you, and it's
you don't get ahead. But if you can stay consistent for 2 years, or I've been so consistent, you can do a lot of things. Yeah. But it's very hard to be that.
Do you ever face burnout?
Oh, every day.
That's it. How do you navigate around it?
So today, because I didn't finish work till 12:30 last night. I worked that long. I had a long day, so I slept in.
Yeah, good.
I got up today at 8:30.
Wow, that's a little bit of a sleep in for most of us, you know.
Yeah, so I just focused more.
But you knew your body needed it. Otherwise, if you didn't give that to yourself and work up at the same time.
I got up at 6. I left a voicemail to my missus, like, babe, love you, thanks for being my life. I'm going back to sleep. You're amazing. And I just put my phone back on sleep, and I slept, and naturally got up at about 8, which is a big sleep in. Beautiful. But now I've worked from 8 till now it's 8:30.
Yeah.
I haven't stopped working.
12 hours.
A couple of lunch breaks, had some tacos before. And I bet I had a full day of work because I slept.
Yeah.
And I did train at lunchtime. I did an hour of weight training today.
Wow. You fit training in the middle of your lunch break, like lunchtime slot?
Wow. Yeah, I go then because you've got to look at efficiencies in life. If your work allows you to train during the lowest period times, you get a good workout in. I take my bodybuilding so serious. Yep. So I go to the local gym, quick hour, Scott, myself. We took those cool photos. You know those photos before?
Yeah,
that was at lunchtime today.
Today?
Yeah, today. That was just today.
In an hour. So you trained and you got photos. And you took
we
photos
just put
together.
the camera out. So we took those photos today, and like these photos at lunchtime. But I just want to be efficient, bro.
That's it. It's just really cutting all the fluff time and all the distractions. You know how many times?
Can the camera see that? That was today at lunchtime. See, looking pretty jacked. I don't know if you're able to see that. Yeah, you can see that. But that was lunchtime today. So that time it doesn't show you the time. It was off the camera, but it was probably 2:45 or something.
Double check the cameras.
We film?
Yeah, it's still going. Yeah, I was worried for a second.
So anyway, we're rambling on, but let's think of value and give to people, right?
Yeah, yeah. So this is a big question.
Yes, sir.
I always want to ask this to a lot of the guests on the show. What's one of the best advice you've ever received? Think really deeply.
Best advice I've received. Bro, this is going to sound weird, but it's probably just my own advice. It's like, you're a sick cunt. No, seriously. Yeah. It's good.
It's a good reminder to yourself.
Because it's my life, right? And I control the destiny of what I want. Mm-hmm. And throughout my life, I get advice from people a lot of the time, but I go with my
gut.
My intuition and gut, yeah. And like so many people have said, don't do this, don't do clothes, like whatever it is. But I knew in my heart what was right, and also you got to do what makes you happy at the same time. So it's just literally myself saying, "You got this," and backing myself, not caring about what other people think.
I love that, man. It's like I always thought to myself, if you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else?
Bro, that's it. Yeah. You're a gun.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, you're good.
You got to have that confidence in yourself, a bit of arrogance, but in the sense that you think you are deserving.
It's not even arrogance; it's actually knowing that you're good. Yeah, and fuck, if you're delusional, who cares? It's in your own head anyway. What's the matter to anyone else? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what anyone thinks. And half the time, bro, I'm telling you, no one gives a fuck about you.
No one gives a fuck about
just my mum and my dad,
or your failures,
and my brother and missus. Like, no one really cares. I'm too busy to really care about everyone else's problems. I don't care what they think, what they're doing, who they're sleeping with, whatever they're into, cats, dogs, bananas, fridges. I don't know. Doesn't bother me. I don't give a fuck. I just
stay in your lane.
Stay in my lane. And I don't know. It's just how I think, bro. I like, who gives a fuck? Yeah. We've got to die anyway.
Exactly. In a distracted world, like you said, keep those circles small. You've got that 5 people that are very close to you. Everyone else is opportunities. Everyone else is friends and acquaintances and stuff. But the 5 close people, less distractions. You've got your hustles, your dreams, your passions.
Yeah.
Chasing them.
And sometimes I might get overwhelmed, and I think of my mate Boris, who just passed away. He owned AAA subs.
Yeah. I know. He had a twin.
I don't think Boris had a twin that I know of. Regardless of that, I just went to Thailand with him 5 months prior. Like, we just did a spontaneous boys trip. Now, we did that boys trip, went to Thailand, had the best time. Boris is no longer with us. Rest in peace. Breaks my heart that he's gone. And I only mention this because I think one of my best mates is gone. Whatever I'm worried about, that is such a horrible thing that's happened, that he's passed away so early. And it wakes me up to just not care so much about whatever I'm stressed about. If that makes any sense. My mate's gone. Like, put everything aside. When your health goes, nothing else matters. So I just break it down to those big core things. Sometimes you get so stressed about stupid shit, and the next day you're like, what was I worried about? There's other bigger problems in life. So I just try and get a bit more perspective on what issues are happening and just do the work, like, all the time. I'm tired, man. I came here, I was tired, yeah?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I gotta go. I'll get this content done. Get all those photos for the photo shoot.
I also grabbed you just before you left and said, hey, let's do this. And
yeah, so all these photos from the shoot, like, we just got all these back. We shot this yesterday. I'm like, fuck, I'm going to get these shots up because I'm releasing this women's sports range.
I was watching your live video yesterday on my drive to, I can't remember where, but I was watching it last night, a live video. No, sorry, it was 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know if you saw me pop up in your live video, and I saw when you were talking about, hey, we get a lot of inquiries about New Zealand wanting to buy stuff. Can we get that up and running tonight? Can we get, like, shipping to New Zealand tonight? I was like, this guy is crazy.
Yeah, we got that today.
You literally just thought about, like, you go, well, yeah, we need New Zealand shipping. Oh, of course, it's a large market. Let's do it tonight. I was like, this guy's not waiting. He wants to do it tonight.
You got to do it now. Yeah. There's so many things. In the time, you could just write it down. You could probably get half of it done in that time.
I firmly believe this. There's a lot of things that maybe take 5 minutes or maybe 10, 15 minutes to do.
If it takes 2 minutes, do it now.
Do it now.
Yeah.
100%.
Smash it. Get so much done in 10 minutes.
Why prolong something?
You can do a lot in 10 minutes. 100%. I got all these photos on my camera since I've been here with you, right? All this content from Never Home.
Yeah.
And
all in the last half hour.
And I sent it to Matika, Spencer, and my girlfriend to put on the social media pages. All that was just done. I've got to do it at some stage. I'll do it now.
Yeah.
And then it's not lingering. And the thing is, when you do something later, you kind of forget what you've done.
Yeah.
So you want to do things while it's fresh. So do you know what I mean? That's what I've learned. Just kind of do it quicker. Or organise things quick. Or if I think
there's no perfect time. It's just perfect time is now.
Yeah, the perfect time. The perfect time was yesterday or now.
Yeah. Yesterday or now. 100%.
Anyway, I'm blabbing. I hope. Yeah, but you know what I'm trying to say. And that's hard to do, bro. I had to train myself to be like that to get shit done.
It is a muscle, I think. It's like a muscle to work.
Yeah, 100%.
Because, like, distractions are so... I go on Instagram just to get back to a client, and I'm already derailed.
You saw my DMs before?
Yep.
Have you ever seen that many DMs?
Not like in a week span or a day span, even in 24 hours.
But I haven't answered them all because if I did, I would get nothing done. I'd just be DMing people all day. If it's really urgent, they can call me or email me, and you'll get me. Call me, you know what I mean? But if it's a DM, anyone can DM me on Instagram. So I've got to be really mindful of how much time I put into that.
Exactly.
And there could be some gold in there.
Yeah.
It could be sales, whatever it is. They want to buy, they'll go to the website, their order's processed. And I just spend too much time getting back to DMs. And it's people going, hey, what protein should I take?
Hey, man, I love the stuff.
What I get BPC? Where should I get tests from? Whatever it is. It's like, it's not going to really improve my life. Got to do it yourself.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. They'll pivot to someone else, and they realize that
if I had all day to sit on my DMs,
you wouldn't be able to create what you're creating.
I could probably outsource that, but I want people to know that they're speaking to me.
Yeah. So
unfortunately, if I don't get back to you, I'm sorry, but at the moment, I just really don't have the time.
Yeah, hey man, it's genuine.
I don't make the time. I've got the time, but I don't make the time. I should say that.
That's a fair thing. Yeah, what do you mean you've got the time? Like, you don't have just pockets.
I've got the time to do podcasts. Yeah, I've got the time to do anything for my business. I've got the time to train. I've got the time to iron this shirt.
Priorities,
it's all important.
Value, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's heaps of time. How are we going to use it?
Yeah.
And this is what destroys time. Like, because think about it, right? When I make my content, I think to myself, I'm a drug dealer. And I saw this somewhere too. I want you to be hooked on my content to get value.
Content dealer.
I'm a content dealer. So it's like, oh, Johnny's giving me value. I can get a tip from here. Get this from there. You look sick. You're shredded, right? So I create the content for you guys to consume. And I want to be the creator of content, not the one consuming it. Yeah. I don't even know what people are doing. I know what's on the news. I don't give a fuck. I'm putting out the content. I make sure it's good. Make sure the branding is good. Make sure the podcasts are good. And I'll let the consumers, the other people,
100%
take in the content.
I believe most people are most people are a consumer.
99.9%.
They're consuming all the things on Netflix, all the things on YouTube.
But if you want to be in business,
you got to be a producer.
You got a producer. Yeah, you got to be. You got to give them dopamine to come back to your content.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people have big followings, got good content. There's a reason. You're looking at it.
Well, they're giving value. Content, if you really boil it down, what is content?
Dopamine, value, inspiration, whatever it is. It could be funny, it could be humor, inspiring. The content breaks down to like sexualized stuff.
Yep.
So there's lust.
Entertainment,
education, humor. I think that's pretty much all it is. It.
I always tell a lot of my clients, especially if you're male, you only win on like being sexy, being informative, or being funny. And most guys can have to be funny and
if you have all of those down pat, you hit the jackpot. Most people don't. They got one, two if you're lucky, maybe three. So
those are the keys, man. What's some of the worst advice you've received?
Worst advice I've received.
Surely this isn't you giving your advice to yourself. The worst advice.
It's probably me. It's probably me again.
Yeah, I can do that.
It's probably me saying to myself, you can go and do drugs for this night, because it's me telling myself I can do it. Like, that's advice. So everything that you do is up to me. Like, why are you in shape? It's your fault because you've made the choices to do it. You kind of told yourself. So in a sense, it's really up to you with like, I've fucked my life up and I made it good or made it bad. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Is that overcooking it a bit?
No.
Probably no one's going to say that. I understand. You know what I'm trying to say. But from other people, worst advice?
Yep.
Worst advice.
You don't have to say who it's from.
No, I'm just trying to think, what would it be? I don't know. I honestly have to get back to you.
Maybe you should slow down. Maybe you should, why do you work so hard? Well, that's more of a question, but maybe you should slow down. I've got that advice from some people. Maybe you should slow on the hustle. Hustle, just take a step back, man. That's sometimes some of the worst advice I've received, because I just realized that maybe in that point, maybe this circle's not mine.
Someone said that to me too recently, and I had to take it on. It was good advice to slow down, because I was working every day, non-stop, all day, and sleeping and eating and training.
But if you love it and you're working in it every day...
I definitely didn't love it all the time though.
Yeah.
I did it because I had to, even if I didn't feel like it. Mm-hmm. And then I went and saw a movie with my missus the other day.
What'd you watch?
It was so good. It was called...
Deadpool? No?
Nah, it was called It Ends With Us.
Oh, the romance movie, yeah.
Great movie about domestic violence. And I went with my missus. I stayed awake in the movie, which never happens.
You stayed awake?
Yeah, I ate popcorn.
Wow.
I had popcorn. And I had a really good time. And I needed that for my life. It was just... It's be a big normal.
Yeah.
Chill night.
Not working on the business, not replying to messages.
No, didn't have my phone on with me. Cool, just sat back, held Mrs. hand, had a laugh, farted a few times, made her laugh. It was just funny,
How wholesome are those times?
It was really good. And I was telling people I went to the movies. Like, it was great. So sometimes you do need to slow down because you can burn out. And I've burnt out many times. I think I'm on the verge of a burnout now. And I need to slow down myself.
What does burnout look like to you?
It's when you're just so over it and you've got so much going on and you feel so overwhelmed. You're like, I just can't be fucked.
Yeah, even the stuff you usually love, it just doesn't give you the same...
Yeah. And I had that a week ago.
You find your quality drops down as well? Quality of performance of like being, maybe at work as well as with the brand and the ideas that are coming to you? Do you feel like your quality just starts becoming average? I find that happens with me with my editing. I lose the finesse and I lose that spark, and it just becomes like I can't think of how to make this look good.
Yeah, maybe the quality and actually just not being in the moment and focusing on what needs to be done. I'm just tired. Like, do you ever get tired in your eyes and you're like, oh, I've got to push through, have a mother, whatever it is. Like, I've been in that position too many times. I need to just stop work when I stop.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
It's hard, man. It's hard to switch off, especially if you got that gene.
But if you want to get shit done and be ahead, like, fuck, bro, it's pretty easy to get ahead of people these days.
It is. The benchmark is so low.
Bro, there's a lot of fat, overweight losers out there. And
I'm sorry if you're one of them. Just to go to the gym, you're already in the top, like, 5% just going to the gym.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why people aren't doing that.
There's so many easy wins out there.
A lot of easy wins.
You know, easy wins, like just, stop drinking, eat clean food, eat some whole food.
But if you don't know it, if you don't know how to do it, haven't been exposed to it, or your family's like just, eating crap all the time, I can see how you just get used to that lifestyle.
Environmental.
It's environmental.
It's your environment that really shapes.
So you don't know what someone's going through too. So I never judge anyone on how they really look, because you just don't know at the end of the day. All
right, to wrap up, man, give us your best advice for anyone out there that's probably in the early stages of wanting to follow in the shoes of Johnny Starr.
Oh God, don't do it. It is too difficult, and honestly, it's just unbelievably hard. It's just so many levels to this. I think. Oh God, if you want to get into real estate.
Yeah, or just starting a brand,
starting a business.
We all know that we can't just start a business and not do anything else on the side. A lot of people are hustling both sides because we have to.
Still do it now. Yeah.
Well, you're still doing it, and you don't need to, but you.
No, I need to. Yeah, I got bills to pay.
I got bills to pay.
No, I got a lot of shit to pay for. Yeah.
So that's why you do both. Do you love real estate as much? Which one do you love more?
Oh, real estate's great because I've done it for so long. I enjoy it. And I enjoy helping people. I enjoy helping people find and sell homes. It's a beautiful thing to get good at. And if you're really honest, and you're transparent and not desperate for business, and just tell people how it is, and do your very best, the client's always happy.
Yeah, everything comes back to you.
The client. I got an offer today from my client for a place in. It was 75 grand less than what she wanted, and she gave me a counter offer. And she was just happy I was just working my ass off. It's only the second offer I had on it. The first offer I had was exactly 60 grand less. But I'm just working, and I'll eventually get it sold, right? So it's coming up. She's just happy I'm working on it still.
But she's not pushing back so much. I mean, she's not happy.
Bro, I'm even out of authority on it. I've had this property. I auctioned it, a couple of weeks ago. Passed in an auction. Only had 2 bids. Tough market, but she knows I'm working, and I'm trying my best. I don't get to sell every property I list. It's easy to talk about the wins, but I've got that client happy. I update her multiple times a week. I have a chat to her. I tell her I'm still enthusiastic about it. Keep believing me. Thanks so much. I'm doing my best. She's great. She's happy. Her name's Pamela. Pamela, I hope you see this. But advice for people, you have to be resilient. The best advice I can say, we'll wrap it up on this. If you want to get ahead, and I've become really good at this, if you can, this would be a great reel, but if you can have the power to do things when you don't feel like it, once you get over that, take a deep breath and go, motherfucker, I can fucking do this and I will do it. I look at myself in the mirror and go, you asked for this lifestyle, fucking do it. I say to myself all the time, you asked for this, do it. You have wanted this life. You wanted the business. You wanted all this pressure. You wanted all these employees. You wanted to make these clothes. Don't ever fucking complain about it. This is what you wanted. I wanted this.
Yeah, you can't close the door on opportunities.
You got to do it when you don't feel like it. And we'll wrap it up on that. If you do that, you'll kill it.
8 quick questions. They're just one answer questions.
Oh, for sure. Let's go.
All right. Samsung or iPhone?
Oh, bro. Samsung people, please go away.
Oh.
If I see green message, I'm texting you.
You're the green versus blue messages.
Man. No, look, they're both great. I think Samsung is, you can do more on them, but
You're locked into the whole eco.
I'm locked in, bro. I'm an Apple fanboy.
All right. Rate your driving on a scale of 1 to 10.
9.9.
Ooh.
I'm a good driver, yeah.
That's good. That's good. I've seen your cars. What would be your ideal superpower if you're a superhero? Superpower.
My ideal superpower. Jeez. Oh, go invisible, I reckon.
A few people say that. Or
That'd be
flying.
pretty cool. No, actually.
You know what mine was?
Yeah.
Teleportation. Just appear
bro,
everywhere.
actually, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I reckon that's one teleportation.
Yeah, or flying or something like that.
Teleportation would be great. Just get the fuck out. I'm gone.
You're already overseas. You're there. You just cut that transport time down.
That's a great
Screw
question.
Flying. You're there.
Great question. Reading people's minds would be good too.
Well, I don't know if you want to know what's going on.
Actually, that would ruin you.
Yeah, it would, especially if you got a missus and you just morning or afternoon, morning or night owl. Morning or night owl.
Yeah, if I had to choose, probably mornings. I'm very productive in the morning. Yeah.
You make the best decision.
As soon as I wake up, scientifically, you'll be more productive in the mornings.
I think I know the answer to this one. Leg day or upper body day?
At the moment, yeah, I've injured myself, so I love training legs. I only like training legs because I've got long femurs, and I knew that for me to stand out in fitness, I had to build my legs because tall guys never really have good legs. Very rare. If you're over 6 foot, to have big legs like me, I've got fucking great legs, right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
my legs are phenomenal, and I can say that because they are. So
they're very vascular.
I work my ass off on them. So I train my legs so hard.
We might roll some footage of him.
Yeah, roll some footage, bro. I'm a psychopath in there.
Yeah, I've seen.
And when I train legs, I know that if I can get through this leg workout, it's never easy.
You want to give a shout out to your coach quickly?
Shout out to my coach and my training partner, Scott Slayman. But I've always trained legs hard, bro.
That's it, bro.
I've always known.
I think that's the best way to do it. You have to do it to the point of almost throwing up.
If you can get through a hard leg workout and
shows a lot about
big legs, you can probably do most things in life. I'm telling you.
Ain't that the biggest advice?
Yeah, he's got good big legs. This guy he's got big legs. That takes fucking painful. He can do anything. Yeah, he started a business, that's for sure.
Dream job.
My dream job.
If money, nothing to do with money at all, but
my dream job would be to probably. I would love to, and I probably will do this eventually. Like you watch back at this, and I will do it because I've done it before. Probably public speaking and inspiring people to just live a happier, healthier life. Like I would get a lot of enjoyment out of that.
Yeah,
like awesome. Philanthropy wise too.
Like a Tony Robbins.
Yeah, something like that. Yep. Tony Robbins.
But I think maybe another 10 years, once you've done everything you want to do and you've built it all up, the empire that you've built, I think that's when you start giving back and giving all your knowledge out to people and helping people. Yeah,
I love encouraging people to just make changes in their life. That's the most satisfaction I get when I leave this planet. If someone can just take a snippet from me and go, you know what, that guy made a difference in my life, and they can pass it on, there's nothing better. And tell more people about God, about Jesus. Beautiful. That's really important to me. Yeah,
I need to go back to my roots a bit more sometimes. I forget.
Me too. I was starting praying heaps more, bro. I've been praying, God give me wisdom, God give me grace, God make patience, right decision. I still fuck up. I'm swearing now too. Like I shouldn't do that, right?
I found out yesterday. Johnny gave me a jumper yesterday, one of his new ones, and it has John 3:16 on it.
Yeah, my favorite Bible verse right here. So when you look at it, you see John 3:16, and I'm hoping people read that Bible verse and go, "What is that?" They put it into Google, and they read it, and they just start thinking about the Bible more. It might help one person, bro.
Amen. I Googled it today because I thought it was another verse that I heard, but
yeah, you thought it was Psalm 43.
Yeah, I thought it was Psalm 43. So that's very beautiful, man. A lot of people don't do that, and a lot of people are a bit ashamed sometimes to even speak about how their faith but I'm really
I'm proud of it, dude.
Really
if I didn't have Jesus and I wasn't praying every day, and my mum wasn't praying for me, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I reckon he's taught me a lot of lessons, and I think God put me through so many hard times and hardships in your life too now. God will put you through these hardships to make you stronger. You have to resort back to God. Mm-hmm. You'll sway, you'll get tempted. All life and the devil's going to keep coming at me too. All the time, the devil will keep coming at you. He'll keep throwing curveballs. He'll throw obstacles, relationship problems, money problems, anxiety, stress, depression. That's all the devil.
Temptations.
It's the devil getting in the world. I know I'm sounding real preachy, but I don't care. If you can just sort through that and just put your anxieties onto God, and just keep doing the right thing and believing it and being a good person, being a bit street smarts too. You've got to be a bit of a gangster as well in your own heart. But if you keep going back to God, you kind of get your equilibrium back.
Yeah.
You know, go back to the basics of like, what are we here for? I reckon to tell more people like God, I just want to get to heaven, bro. Do some good here, be happy and be comfortable. That's the main thing. But going back to God and praying, just going back, Jesus, thank you. That's what's helped me through, especially the last couple of weeks, because I've been struggling.
Yeah. And that's, my mom keeps reminding me as well, when I'm struggling the most, she goes, pray.
Pray, man. Yeah,
just pray. Pray about it.
Get up. I do this, right? Get up. As soon as you wake up, just say a prayer and go ask God for, I always ask God for wisdom.
Okay.
Yeah, I ask God for wisdom.
I ask God for patience more.
Yeah, patience is good too.
Sometimes I feel like I'm not patient enough, or I don't have the patience inside me at that point.
Bro,
God, give me patience. Serenity now.
Bro, learn, like Conor McGregor says, patience is the key to success, I think. Or maybe that's what I say, but it's taken me 10 years to get a retail shop happening with my store.
Oh, yeah. Just before you finalise, where's the new retail shop popping up soon?
10 Station Walk in Brighton.
Ooh.
But it took me 10 years to crack that. And it took me... I'm still learning, bro. Like, I'm 35 and I'm still so young. But it's taken me a lot of fuck-ups to get here.
You're falling forward.
No one's fucked up as much as me. Well, look, I'm sure there has, but I've made a lot of mistakes. So if you're making mistakes now, I've been at those dark places you're at. And I'll touch on this too, you know, I told you today, 8 people commit suicide in Australia every day. And most of the suicides now are men over 65, mostly males.
Very actually surprising.
I thought it was younger people with all the social media, but it's older people. Too many suicides. So we need to change that somehow and just let people know, fuck, you got to speak up. What do we both do? See a psychologist, right?
Yeah.
I see mine every 8 weeks.
I saw mine today.
You saw yours today. Get a mental health plan for free. That subsidises it because it's expensive.
Yeah.
And I speak to my psych. I look forward to it. I go to her, hey, Priscilla, I've had a good couple of weeks. You know, this is what's bad. This was good. Speak to someone, non-bias.
Yeah.
Can't speak to your mates about it.
Yeah, well, your parents are always going to say good things about you and then to tell you what you want to or what you should hear. Sometimes they don't tell you what you want to hear, but I think having an unbiased opinion is great. Especially in this day, in this 2024, I think it's probably the best time when people are very distracted, feeling like there's a lot of noise out there telling them what to eat, what shape they should be, who they should be with, everything. What jobs they should do, how much money you should make, what's successful now these days. Everything is gauged, and because social media has given everyone a platform, it just gives us all a feeling that like we're behind. I feel a lot of the time, like I'm doing the best I've done in years, but at the same time, I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball.
Nah, don't worry, it doesn't matter anyway.
So I think my own competition should be myself, and that's it. Everyone should only have themselves to challenge. Be better than yesterday. That's it.
100%.
Anything else you want to sign off with?
Yeah, I think society trains men to be weak now, man. I reckon it's too. Everyone's too fucking weak. Yeah.
What do you mean? Just elaborate on that a little bit. It's
on
like weakness, like
just encouraging people to just
have a voice, or.
No, I think too many people are lazy now. They're just not taking charge, not taking responsibility. It's just become the norm. I think I've been in stages of just being weak. I've just been weak. I'm like, I got to man up, pull my shit together, and fucking get the work done. It's not too many people. You got to take responsibility. People are not taking responsibility.
A lot of hard conversations to have, and a lot of, like you said before, doing the things you know you don't want to do, but
when you don't feel like it.
Exactly.
That's it. Otherwise, man, try and be happy.
That's it. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show.
That was a spontaneous podcast.
That was very good.
Hope you liked it, guys. I was pretty much off the cuff the whole thing. Not planned.
Exactly. Thank you, man. You answered it perfectly well.
Cheers.
Done.
Was that right?
Yeah, bro.